No, bun, închid muzica, că mai sunt câteva secunde și începem. Muzică, taci muzică, liniște, așa. 3, 2, 1, Macarena.
We're a tribe of warriors. In ancient times, we were responsible for patrolling and defending all of Napa.
Wow!
So Ochcon's still managing to sow discord, even after all these years.
If you want to
Chasca.
resolve a conflict through dialogue, sometimes you need a third-party facilitator. At this time and place, I'll bet the easiest person to find is...
Wow! Frumos culorile.
His spirit has gotten lost and can't find its way back to his body.
Ororo, noro, noro.
Rescue someone, and Granny won't let me.
What? What was that?
500 years later, and it's resurfaced again.
Capitano, Bloody fericit.
I worry that we risk repeating the mistakes of the Cinder City.
As long as the soul is involved, I should be able to help.
Bossul nou, corect.
Be free.
Take me up.
Ce faină muzică.
Time to say hello.
Knock him down.
It's either your end or mine! Before the final moment
Uite, pune muzica.
arrives, we must fight harder than ever.
Da, intru foarte frumos. Deja primul coduleț. Înseamnă că nu o să fie lung, dar sper să fie mult. Hai să vedem
Cucusaurs live
zona
among the
nouă.
Flower Feather Clan, which is suspended high above the mountains. This is a tribe of warriors, and most of their people can command the power of the
Da,
skies.
3
It
power.
was the Flower Feather Clan's ancient duty to patrol and safeguard the
Frumos
entire region of
NPC-uri.
Natlan. As elite special forces, their job was to detect threats, disseminate intel, and quickly neutralize any dangers to the nation. Though the circumstances are different now, the tribe never forgot its origins. They still hold trials to assemble the fastest teams in the tribe. The trials test a pilot's skill and teamwork with the Cucusaurs.
Oh, I'm so pumped about these Cucusaurs.
Yeah, Cucusaurs
Ce
are
fain
the
ești.
proudest out of all the Saurians. They know that they're the kings of the sky. Cucusaurs can
Putem
consume
zbura!
phlogiston
Este!
to climb higher or perform a horizontal roll in midair. Holding the sprint button allows them to enter an accelerated glide state after a horizontal roll. In addition, they can even use phlogiston wind tunnels to quickly cover great distances and help mediate the conflict.
Chasca.
When Chasca is in your
Ok, un pic de gameplay. Furina,
restore phlogiston to your party. While
Bennett.
she's in the Night Soul's
Iară
blessing
Bennett.
state,
Deci ia
Chasca
buff-ul.
can ride and control
de
her
genul.
gun like a Cucusaur. The Soul
Ok, fain se
Sniper
vede.
doesn't just increase her movement speed and resistance to interruption, it also allows her to get a better angle on her enemies.
Wow, that mid-air perspective is so cool. It seems so liberating.
Yeah, and Chasca's
Wanderer.
fierce when she's
Wanderer
in
evoluat.
the Night Soul's Blessing state. Chasca's normal attacks deal animo damage to enemies in front of her. Unleashing a charged attack in this state will cause Chasca to enter a special aiming mode.
Are
This
range
allows her to
interesant.
lock onto a set
Mă,
number
dar are
of
range
enemies
mare,
within
adică
range
pălești la o
and
distanță
fire
foarte
up to
mare.
6 Shadow Hunt
Interesant.
shells, which deal animo damage upon impact. In addition, for every pyro, hydro, cryo, or electro character in your party, one of Chasca's Shadow Hunt shells will undergo an elemental
Oh, și cu
conversion to
Geo!
deal the corresponding type of elemental damage.
Whoa, no way! So Chasca can directly deal other types of elemental
A, nu-i
damage
foc ăla. Ops,
based on the
ops, nu,
characters in
era
your
foc.
party.
Era foc, era
Since
foc, era
she's
foc.
an animal character,
Văzut
she can
greșit,
swirl
văzut
them at
greșit.
the same time. That's awesome.
Yeah, I know, right? Her elemental burst has a similar function too. Chasca fires a gale-splitting Soulseeker shell during her burst, which deals animo damage.
Da, arată cool.
The
Hai,
attack
vezi,
then
arată cool.
splits into 6 Soulseeker shells, which continue to attack nearby enemies. These shells can
Are homie,
also
ultimată.
undergo elemental conversions.
Controller, nota
So
10.
cool. No wonder she's one of the strongest warriors in her tribe.
Speaking of her tribe,
Eventually arrive at the settlement of the
arată
mysterious
frumos, da.
masters of the Night Wind. The tribal settlement offers a
Mai e
unique
spin-off.
glowing landscape at night. If you venture even
Ce
further,
cute.
then you might encounter the tribe's one Ectomisaur elder
Ce
or
pufos
one of
arată.
the many shamans who can communicate with spirits.
Vreau unul din ăla
I
mic.
even heard that the witch doctors who live there can help cleanse your spirit. Plus, the graffiti art is really incredible. In fact, there's something special about this one. Can you figure it out, travelers? It's kind of tricky, right? Well, don't worry. The Ectomisaurs can help us out.
Oh, puteți să jucăm cu piticani.
Ectomisaurs are known for their
Este.
wisdom. They can use their unique
Oh.
sight to detect things that can't be seen through normal means.
Whoa. Okay.
Piticani.
Right. Ectomisaurs are especially skilled at detecting ley lines and phlogiston. They can absorb power from phlogiston objects
What?
to enhance their abilities. Doing so allows
Ce
them to
tip de
jump higher,
bufniță.
move faster, or even obtain surprising rewards. Ectomisaurs can also extract information from graffiti art to create special objects.
Oh, I bet that'll come in handy for solving puzzles.
Definitely, especially in Tribal Chronicles Mictlan, which will become available in version 5.2. The first 2 acts feature a lot of intriguing puzzles, so be sure to check them out, travelers. Some of them will require the help of an Ectomisaur, and others can be solved on your own.
I noticed that Ectomisaurs can perform fast-paced jumps when they have enough phlogiston, and it looks like so much fun. Do we know anyone who can use that ability? Besides the new Saurian, I mean.
Yes, Ororon can do it too. Like the Ectomisaurs, Ororon has the ability to rise into the air. He also has a keen sense of perception. While charging an aimed shot, Ororon will enter the spirit speaker state, allowing him to extract power from Natlan's graffiti and runes.
Speaking of Ororon, I was honestly super surprised by his personality.
Alt
Before
gen de
the
caractere.
5.1
Frumos,
Archon
frumos,
quest,
frumos.
I thought that he looked like a...
Ororon can gain Night Soul points when one of his party members triggers a Night Soul burst. He can also gain them when other party members deal Hydro or Electro attacks to enemies after Ororon unleashes his elemental skill.
Oh, then it sounds like he works well with Hydro and Electro characters.
Yep. And in combat, when enemies take damage from electro-charged reactions or other party members deal Night Soul aligned damage, Ororon can consume Night Soul points to enter the Night Soul's blessing state and trigger the Hypersense effect,
Deci la el
dealing
se
electric
încarcă
damage.
pe timpul
Oh,
reacției
I
Night
see.
Soul. Interesant.
So you need to pair him with the right characters if you want him to gain Night Soul points, enter the Night Soul's blessing state, and trigger the effect.
Exactly. Though I should mention that Ororon doesn't need to be on the field to trigger the Hypersense effect.
Wait, he can trigger it
Va
even
la
while he's
taser.
off field?
Da, da,
That
da,
sounds
posibil.
really useful.
Totally. His elemental burst provides a convenient way to deal damage and support your party.
Oare cât de
Ororon
bun e la
performs
Hyper
an
Bloom, oare?
ancient ritual
Trebuie
with his
văzut.
burst to summon a supersonic Oculus, which taunts nearby enemies to draw them in. Once they're up close, the Oculus releases a sound wave to deal damage.
A, dă și
That should
taunt.
be great for crowd control.
Yes, with Ororon in your party, dealing with large groups of enemies should be a lot easier. And speaking of making things easier, Ororon can also improve the exploration experience by boosting the
Ne
gliding
arată
speed
doar
of your
teaser, ne arată
character.
doar teaser, da.
Awesome.
Posibil, acolo
Ororon
strălucește cel mai
cherishes
mult.
his friends with a little ominous. It looks completely abandoned. Is it dangerous?
Yes. This is a restricted area in that land due to its severe abyssal contamination, and it seems
Ok, Abyss s-a
uninhabited.
călcat aici.
Over the years, many adventurers have come here in
Marmuțică lângă
search
noi.
of treasure
O
or
sabie
to
acolo în
slay the
pământ.
dragon. Unfortunately, none of them have ever returned. The Flowerfeather clan often sends riders to patrol the area and to prevent people from getting too close.
Wait, did you say slay the dragon?
Yeah, I know we introduced some adorable saurians earlier, but this creature is
Wow.
actually really terrifying.
Oh.
It occupies this ancient city and guards it fiercely. If it detects
Nu
an
travelul de
intruder,
Hydro.
then it will attack without hesitation.
Okay, that's pretty concerning.
It's easy to take human-saurian coexistence for granted these days, but it actually took generations of effort to reach this point. This relationship wasn't nearly so harmonious in the ancient past. Travelers will need to explore Ochkanat land to uncover the reason behind this dragon's rampage. Of course, travelers won't have to do this alone. Here, take a look.
Oh,
Marmuțică, da.
This is a very important companion who will help us explore Ochkanat land. His name is Kokoik. As
Kokoui?
for his power,
Kokoui.
well, Why don't you take a guess?
Cucui.
Is he our moral support? You know, maybe he could make a cute noise every now and then to cheer us up.
Hey, let's not put our Tapetlosaur friend out of a job. Little one works really hard.
Okay, then I've got nothing.
Remember how I mentioned that Ochkanatlan is heavily corroded by the abyss? Well, that's where Kokuik comes in. We can use his power to clear abyssal contamination. Follow the direction indicated by his light to collect secret source scraps and enhance his power.
Zic că mi-ar
Once
muțicai din
Kokuik
deșert,
has enough
asemănător.
power, you can take him
N-aș
to
dori
track
extra.
down the evil dragon.
What a useful little guy.
I know, right? Now, travelers can explore Ochkanatlan with two companions, Kokuik and Little One. In fact, I've heard there's even a special token around here that can enable Little One to traverse a volcano. A new adventure with Little One awaits in version 5.2. This update will bring us one step closer to uncovering the mysteries of Little One's past. Familiar Saurian companions can also help us explore Ochkanatlan. For example, with the help of a Kaholasaur, we can evade source mechanism attacks. With the help of an Ikitomisaur, we can solve certain puzzles. With the help of a Kukusaur, we might even be able to chase down the evil dragon. But we'll leave the rest for you to discover, travelers.
Wait, are those some kind of lava fish?
Lava
fish mean we
fish!
can fish in Netland?
Yes, but I've got some friendly advice, travelers.
Pescuit!
You should be very careful while
Cine
exploring
fădor de pescuit?
Ochkanatlan. Some of the abyssal monsters here can distort their appearance to mimic powerful enemies. High-level monsters such as the tenebrous Papilla can mimic even stronger enemies.
Huh? It looks like these monsters take the form of plants outside of combat.
Yep, that's true.
Deci
The
stai,
abyss has
un
corroded
boss
Natlan's ley lines,
care ia
allowing
aspectul
these monsters
boșilor.
to read the memories
Interesant.
inside of them and mimic creatures
E
from
foarte
past.
interesant.
How do we defeat them?
Travelers will need to use elemental attacks to break the enemy's protective void wards. Doing so allows them to take damage and causes them to enter a brief
Așa este
state of
Achille ăștia de la
confusion.
Mulani ăsta.
Night Soul-aligned elemental attacks are especially effective against these wards.
Da, o să fie un arc
The abyss
mare,
has
da, da.
gotten so advanced.
Frumos bossul ăsta,
It's
frumos.
scary to think about how much harder these fights will get if these abyssal monsters continue to evolve.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a lot of information to take in at once.
Acum arăți
But
codul,
before
așa
we take our first break, we still have a couple of
Oh,
short
stai,
announcements.
că nu.
Really short, I promise. First up, limited time exploration rewards will be
Da, avem
available in
cadouri
version
dacă
4.2.
explorăm pentru
Just like in version
5.2.
5.1, travelers can
Explorat
earn up
aduce
to
primogemuri
400
extra.
primogems.
Da, da, da.
In the first half of version 5.2,
Ok.
travelers can look forward to event wishes.
Chasca,
from
Ororon și
Ororon
Linei.
will also receive a drop rate boost. And in the second half of
Zonghi
version
și
5.2,
Noboleto.
we'll have
Eram
returning
sigur.
event wishes for
Eram
Dragoni
sigur,
and
Noboleto
Weapon
sama.
Banner will feature a new 5-star bow, Astral Vulture's Crimson Plumage, and 2 new Netland specific 4-star weapons. Be sure to check them out. if
Două
you're
4-star weapons.
All right. It's time for
Stai,
our
și
first
care la
break.
pescuit?
Once we
Wait a
come back,
second.
we'll dive right
Care
into the
pescuim
event
acum?
portion.
Coduleț, coduleț. Asta e. Care pescuim? Joc? Ai uitat să zici ceva. What?
Welcome back, travelers.
Încă o armă
Welcome
gratis.
back. Let's dive straight into the event
What the
section.
fuck?
So in the first event,
What
we'll
the
get to learn
fuck,
more about
bitch?
the masters of the
Type of
night
this
wind.
event. It looks
Mâna
like
jos.
Sitlali is
Am
performing
rămas
some
surprins.
kind of ritual.
Bravo.
It's also mysterious.
When a situation gets tough, it's Granny to the rescue.
Definitely.
Sitlali and Ororon have some really
Bunica
fun dialogue in
bețivancă.
this event.
Preferata
I'm always
noastră.
grabbing the popcorn whenever these two interact. They're practically a two-person show. And speaking of fun, let's get into the event gameplay. First up is the Search for Lost Spirits minigame. Travelers will have to work together to
Ei,
herd the
hai că
scattered
jucăm,
roaming
avem
spirits
cop.
into specific
Pe acesta să
zones
jucăm
and earn
împreună.
points.
Împinge
Pay attention to
oile.
the conditions on the field if you want a higher score. For example, travelers can jump on stone slabs that appear on the field. These slabs will break open and release even more spirits. Storms may also appear during the game. You can track down spirits more effectively if you pay attention to the direction of the storms.
In Evil Banisher, travelers will
Bătălie,
need to
da, da,
select
da.
the right teams to complete the objectives. Completing all of the objectives will award you the Banishing
Ok,
Aura,
ne dă cu
which
casca
allows you
traiul.
to deal
Sigur?
AoE damage by
Măcar să
spraying
vedem cum
paint
e.
at enemies.
That paint really matches the Masters of the Night Wind's aesthetic. It's super
Îmi
cool.
plac eventurile astea
and so
singur.
does the Spirit Loom in restoring
Puzzle-uri.
fragmented records. Sitlali will use
Origami
her powers to
puzzle.
reveal special fragments. Travelers will need to piece these fragments together and assemble them on a woven scroll.
Sigur.
Make sure that you pay attention
Nu
to
fug de
the
mult
order
așa
and
ceva.
positions of the fragments. Oh, there's something else that we should mention.
Da,
Travelers can obtain a new 4-star sword by completing this event.
am înțeles.
The design
Am văzut, arată
definitely
foarte frumos.
fits the Masters of the Nightwind. It looks like some kind of ceremonial artifact. Adventurers have been invited to take on the challenge, including the Traveler. Travelers will need to complete various challenges with designated characters and fully leverage their skills to earn rewards. I know you're up to the challenge, Travelers. Good luck.
In Mondstadt-related news, the Knights of Favonius are conducting a war game to improve security tactics in the region. And who better to test these tactics than the Honorary Knight? Be sure to pay close attention to the game, since the format has changed this time. Travelers will need to select combat units and stratagems to deploy against the opposing formation. Once the lineup is set, the monsters will fight automatically.
Dar băieți genshin?
Available combat units and stratagems are completely random. You know, just to build some unpredictability into the wargame. The chances of encountering elite combat units increases as the wargame
Pokemon
progresses.
style.
Even more elite
Funny.
monsters will be available for travelers
Sigur.
to use.
Sigur.
It's a volatile environment.
Sigur.
So do your best to win as many
Arată
rounds
cool,
as
arată
possible,
cool.
earn wargame medals, and collect the rewards.
All right, let's keep the excitement rolling in this next event. We actually have a demo, so please take a look.
Oh, looks like they're selecting tactics. Double damage? That sounds powerful.
Game mode nou pentru TGG, cine-i place
Whoa, it's
TGG-ul.
animated. Cool. The elemental reaction effects are completely different.
This brand new heated battle mode is called Automatic Artistry. Powerful
Automatic?
support cards have been
Ah,
added for
TFT!
nearly every
Hai că se poate
elemental
jucăm.
reaction.
Modul ăsta.
Choose cards that align with your strategies to trigger powerful elemental reactions. The effects will change depending on how you play. In addition, the overall gameplay is very laid back.
Sigur încercăm și noi dacă merge automat, doar trebuie să selectăm strategia. Sigur, bă, îi dăm un try.
Wow, it's like we got a whole new Genius Invocation TCG after coming back.
I hope you have fun with the new version, travelers.
Da, e frumos, e frumos.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Chiar cool patch, chiar cool.